Good evening and welcome to the Mount Lebanon Athletic Complex and Natatorium, where tonight the Mount Lebanon boys and girls swimming Blue Devils take on the Bethel Park Hawks. Last Wednesday night, Mount Lebanon continued their undefeated season. The girls defeating Oakland Catholic, the boys defeating Central Catholic, and tonight they'll look to continue their winning ways. We'll be getting starting shortly, right after the national anthem, with the girls 200 medley relay. All right, Bethel Park will be swimming in lanes 1, 2, and 3 tonight. Mount Lebanon in 6, 7, and 8. First event tonight is event 1, the girls 200 medley relay. Swimming for Bethel Park in lane 2, the team of Moran, Anderson, McGee, and McElveny. Swimming in lane 3 for Bethel, Burke, Myers, Hathaway, and Edwards. Swimming for Mount Lebanon in lane 6, the team of Morelli, Reese, Higgins, and Riebel. In lane 7, Reinhardt, Uremko, Snyder, and Rice. And in 8, Cox, Stoudemire, Neems, and Spicula. Girls are lining up behind the blocks. Will be starting momentarily. Okay, girls are in the water, backstroke first leg. Girls are off. And coming up last off the start, but in first, it's Hannah Morelli down the pool. She's well ahead of all the other swimmers. Nice race right now for second with both Mount Lebanon teams in 7 and 8 and Bethel Park's team in 3. Hannah touches 27-3. Good opening leg for the girls. Second Swimmers in the water now for Mount Lebanon. It's Reese in 2, Remco in 7, and Stoudemire in 8. Mount Lebanon is 1, 2, and 4 after the first legs. Third swimmers on the blocks. Higgins, Snyder, and Neems. Mount Lebanon is out 59.37 at the 100. Still first and second. Butterfly leg now. Fourth swimmers from Mount Lebanon, Riebel, Rice, and Spicula. 26.49 for Adrian. Good split out in 125.86. Second team's 131.19. See if Zoe can bring it home. We're looking for something under 151.5. And at the wall, the touch is 151.08. That's the first WPIL qualifying time for Mount Lebanon this year. Congratulations, girls. Mount Lebanon's team in lane 7 finishes second, 157.20. Just ahead of Bethel Park's team in 3, 157.42. Mount Lebanon's team in lane 8 finished fourth, 203.43. And Bethel's team in lane 2 finishing up here 2:18.80.
Congratulations to Mount Lebanon High School lane 6 for a Whippio cut.
Next event is event 3. It's a girls 200 freestyle. Swimming for Bethel Park in lane 2, Aaliyah Taylor. Lane 3, Maddie Love. And lane 4, Emma Burke. Swimming for Mount Lebanon in lane 5, Vivian Roy. Lane 6, Mary Hoffman. Lane 7, Gracie Heim. And lane 8, Rebecca Joswiak. Good way to start the night for Mount Lebanon. Girls on the block now for 200 freestyle. And the girls are in the water.
Swimming for Bethel Park, lane 2, Aaliyah Taylor. Lane 3, Maddie Love. Lane 4, Emma Burke. For Mount Lebanon,
Quickly down the pool in the first lap, Vivian and Mary. Neck and neck, they start to pull away from the field. See, first 50 times for our leaders, 27.4 and 27.6. Second 50 of the 200. Gracie Heim in lane 7 was just in 4th place, just about a 1/10 of a second behind Bethel Park swimmer in lane 4. We're coming up to the 100 turn here. Vivian Roy's going to get there first. She's out 58.55, just ahead of Mary Hoffman, 58.70. Emma Burke from Bethel turns 3rd, 102.52. Gracie Heim 4th, 102.79. Rebecca Joswiak 5th, 104.98. Maddie Love was 6th, 109.18. We're looking. Whitfield qualifying time in this event is a blistering 156.9. Vivian Roy still leading 129.53, 8/10 ahead of Mary Hoffman, 130.39. Gracie Heim now 3rd, 136.99. She passed Bethel's Emma Burke, 137.27. Those are the 2 lanes to watch right now for 3rd. We're on the last leg here. Vivian Roy's pulled ahead of Mary about a body length. She's at the flags and going to touch the wall. 2:00.31. Mary Hoffman 2nd, 2:01.60. Gracie Heim's going to get the wall 3rd, 2:09.83. For Bethel, Emma Burke in lane 4 finishes 4th, 2:11.86. In fifth for Mount Lebanon in lane 8, it was Rebecca Jazuak, 2:13.36. Finishing sixth is Maddie Love, 2:24.64. And Leah Taylor's finishing up. She's got about 30 yards to go. While she's finishing up, the next event will be event 5. It's the girls' 200 individual medley. Leah now at the flags, and she's going to finish up her 200 free in 3:02.41. Event 5, girls 200 individual medley. Swimming for Bethel Park in lane 2, Katie Closton. Lane 3, Emily Morgan. And lane 4, Grace Myers. Swimming for Mount Lebanon in lane 5, Marley Reese. Lane 6, Ashley Barnett. Lane 7, Kalina Stoudemire. And lane 8, Emily Thomas. Each girl will swim 2 laps of the pool in this order: fly, back, breast, and free. And girls are in the water. Strong start by Marley Reese, got her out quick. And her and Ashley Barnett are down the pool 1-2. 3 was too close to call between Kalina and Grace Myers from Bethel. Marley touches first. She's out 28.36 ahead of Ashley, 28.92. Backstroke legs next. Marley continues to lead. Maybe extended that lead slightly here on the first lap of the backstroke. Moving to the back to breast transition. Marley touches first. She's out a 1:03.15. Ashley Barnett second, 1:05.28. Third, it's Grace Myers from Bethel Park, 1:07.79. Fourth, Emily Thomas, 1:10.08. Fifth, Kalina Stoudemire, 1:11.17. Sixth, Katie Clouston, 1:14.64. And seventh, Emily Morin, 1:16.16. Approaching the breast to free transition. Marley Reese looking strong. She's more in a body length lead ahead of Ashley Barnett. She touches 1:41.66. Ashley 1:43.37. Freestyle legs. Mount Lebanon 1-2 comfortably on the 200 individual medley. Marley at the flag. She's going to finish up. Strong swim, 2:13.89. Ashley Barnett second, 2:15.61. Grace Myers third, 2:20.75. Fourth, it's going to be Kalina Stoudemire, 2:29.14. Fifth, Emily Thomas, 2:35.47. Sixth, Katie Clouston from Bethel, 2:41.36. And Emily Moran, seventh from Bethel, 2:43.39. Next event is event 7. It's the girls 50 freestyle. Swimming for Bethel Park in lane 2, Hannah McGee. Lane 3, Steffi Damparino. And lane 4, Sydney Edwards. Swimming for Mount Lebanon in lane 5, Zoe Riebel. Lane 6, Meredith Reese. Lane 7, Lana Rice. And lane 8, Chloe Spicula. Girls are in the water, 2 laps freestyle. Down the pool, looks like it's Zoe Riebel just ahead of Meredith Reese at the turn. Sydney Edwards with Bethel hanging around, but in lane 7, it looks like it might be Lana Rice. She came off her 50 turn fast, and she finishes second just behind Zoe Riebel, 25.60. Second was Lana Rice, 25.91. Third, Meredith Reese, 25.95. Fourth from Bethel Park, Sydney Edwards, 26.53. Fifth, Mount Lebanon's Chloe Spicula, 27.02. Sixth, Bethel Park's Hannah McGee, 28.79. And seventh, Stephanie Damprino, 29.78. Event 11, the girls 100 fly is next. Swimming for Bethel Park in lane 2 is Katie Clouston. Lane 3, Barley Anderson. In lane 4, Sally Hathaway. Swimming for Mount Lebanon in lane 5, Adrian Higgins. Lane 6, Maddie Snyder. Lane 7, Amelia Neems. And lane 8, Kate Mooney. Whistle and the girls are on the block. 100 butterfly. Your leader off the start, it's Adrian Higgins. She's out, looks real strong. She looked real good in the medley relay too tonight. She's being chased by Bethel's Sally Hathaway. Those two are really pulling away from the field right now. And Adrian's out 27-4. Whitfield qualifying time, this is a 59.5 this year. She can bring it home. She's got a shot right now. She's going to need a strong last lap. She was about 43.6 at the 75. And she's at the flags, and she's going to touch the wall. 58.79. Congratulations, Adrian. The first individual qualifier from Mount Lebanon. Finishing second, Bethel's Sally Hathaway, 104.08. Third, it's Maddie Snyder, 104.92. Fourth, Amelia Neems, 107.98. Fifth, Kate Mooney, 109.57. Sixth, Barley Anderson from Bethel, 114.45. And seventh, Bethel's Katie Clouston, 121.98. That finishes the girls' first half of the meet. Boys are on their way down. The girls will move up to the stands, and we'll be back with the boys' 200 medley relay. All right, the boys are on deck. They're going to start lining up behind the blocks. Lane assignments, Bethel will be lanes 1 through 4, Mount Lebanon 5 through 8. Swimming for Bethel in the 200 medley relay. In lane 3, it's a team of Courtepassi, Myers, Anderson, and Stutzman. Swimming for Mount Lebanon in lane 6, the team of Klepchik, Frank, Tredascu, and Dustovich. In 7, Klepchik, Connell, Matros, and Lee. And in 8, Murray, Beck, Ryan, and Fuson. The boys will be looking to duplicate the girls' quick start, where the girls' 200 medley relay qualified for the WPIL meet later this year. See if the boys can do it. Qualifying time this event is a 1:40 flat.
Our next event, boys, 200-yard medley relay.
Swimmers are all in place. There's the whistle. Boys are in the water, 200 medley relay. And off the start, using a really powerful start, Bethel Park's Dom Courtepassi had almost a full body length lead over the Mount Lebanon swimmers. Real impressive start there. Bethel's going to lead after the first 50. Next swimmers on the block, Frank, Connell, and Schaefer. This is the breaststroke leg. Bethel out really quick, 24-6. Mount Lebanon's team in 6, 26-33. Team in 7, 27-17. Team in 8 was 28-75. After about 25 of the breaststroke, Christian Connell had closed most of the distance between the Mount Lebanon team and Bethel. And the third swimmers are on the block. Tredascu, Matros, and Frank. Bethel continues to lead after the first two legs. They're out 54.07. Mount Lebanon 54.18 in lane 6. Butterfly leg. Race still tight between the Mount Lebanon and Bethel teams. Andre Tredascu trying to get ahead of the Bethel team, and he pulls ahead in the last 15 feet. Mount Lebanon's out 1:18.48, just ahead of Bethel 1:18.60. Freestylers in the water. Dustovich, Lee, and Fuson. From here, it's too close to call. Can't tell. We're at the flags. And at the wall, it's Mount Lebanon finishing first, 1:40.68. Bethel second, 1:40.97. Mount Lebanon in lane 7 finishes third, 146.10. And Mount Lebanon's team in lane 8 will finish fourth, 154.87. Great swim by Mount Lebanon. They're just off the Whitfield qualifying time of 140.00. 200 free is next. Swimming for Bethel Park in lane 2, Jack Paxton. Lane 3, Caden Flanagan. And in lane 4, Lenny DiMartino. Swimming for Mount Lebanon in lane 5, Andrew Capetta. Lane 6, Jake Burton. Lane 7, Bill Stilley. And lane 8, Everett Mead. Boys 200 freestyles next. It's event 4. Just waiting on the officials to get in position.
Our next event, boys 200-yard freestyle.
There's the whistle and the boys are on the block.
Swimming for Bethel Park, lane 2, Jack Paxton. Lane 3,
And down the pool first, that's Andrew Capetta, just ahead of Lenny DiMartino from Bethel Park. They turned 1-2. Jacob Burton and Bill Stilley 3-4 at the first turn. Andrew out 24-35. Jacob 26-35. Bill Stilley 26-17. We're on the second 50 of the boys 200. Good tight race here at the 100. Andrew Capetta is going to turn first. He's out 51-3. Lenny DiMartino turns second, 52-57. Jacob Burton third, 55-75. Bill Stilley fourth, 56-26. Everett Mead was fifth, minute 0070. Race continues in the middle of pools, lanes 4 and 5. Andrew Capetta at the 150. He's out 119.54. Just ahead of Lenny DiMartino, 121.03. Solid swim so far for Andrew. He's going to have to come home real hard here on the last leg. At the flags now, he's going to touch the wall. 147.61. Lenny DiMartino second, 149.36. Fourth, it's Jacob Burton, 155.34, just ahead of teammate Bill Stilley, 155.69. In fifth, it's going to be Everett Mead, 203.69. In sixth, it's going to be Caden Flanagan, 2:19.07. In seventh, Jack Paxton, 2:20.11. Next event is event 6. It's the boys 200 individual medley. Swimming in lane 3 for Bethel Park, Luke Myers, and in lane 4, Dom Cortopassi. Swimming for Mount Lebanon in lane 5, Chase Dustovich. Lane 6, Connor Frank. Lane 7, Andrew Klepchik, and in lane 8, Daniel Hartman. Two laps of the pool each, fly, back, breast, and free. Swimmers are in the water. And down the pool, it's real tight. We got 4 swimmers all hitting the wall just about at the same time. Couldn't tell who the leader was at the first 25. We're coming to the 50 here. It looks like your leader's Andrew Klepchik. He's got just a little bit of a lead. I was wrong. Dom Cortopassi from Bethel got to the wall first, 26.5, just ahead of Andrew at 26.9. First 4 swimmers were separated by less than a second. We're on the backstroke leg. And it continues to be a race in lane 7 with Andrew Klepchik, and in lane 4, Dom Cortopassi. They turn nearly even at the backstroke turn. We're approaching the back to breast transition. And Andrew Klepchik gets there first. He's out 58.66. Dom Cortopassi 59.33. In lane 5, it's Chase Dustovich, minute .58. Lane 6, Connor Frank, 102.82. This is the breaststroke leg. Real tight at the first 25 breaststroke turn. Real good race here. Andrew Klepchik and Dom Cortopassi. Andrew took a quick peek over. Dom Cortopassi touches first, 135.01. Andrew second, 137.45. Third was Connor Frank, 139.18. Fourth, Chase Dustovich, 142.47. Andrew closed a little bit. He's got 25. He's coming hard. We're coming to the wall. And at the finish, it's going to be Dom Cortopassi, 203.45. Andrew Klepchik second, 203.73. Third, Connor Frank, 209.59. Fourth, Chase Dustovich, 213.90. Fifth for Bethel Park, Luke Myers, 213.97. And sixth for Mount Lebanon, it's going to be Daniel Hartman in lane 8. He's going to finish up 227.50. Next event is event 8. It's boys 50-yard freestyle. Swimming for Bethel Park in lane 2, Cameron Hanley. Lane 3, Nathan Stutzman. And lane 4, Emin Anderson. Swimming for Mount Lebanon in lane 5, Andrew Murray. Lane 6, Constantine Matros. Lane 7, Ken Lee. And lane 8, Ethan Fuson. Boys 50 free is next. Boys are in the water for the 50 free. And off the start and out first. That's in lane 3. That's Bethel Park's Nathan Stutzman. He had the lead at the turn. He's almost a half body length ahead of the field. No one's going to catch him. He's going to get the wall first. 23.19. Second, Constantine Matros, 24.40. Third, Kenneth Lee, 24.56. Fourth, Andrew Murray, 24.61. Finishing fifth for Bethel Park, Caden Flanagan, 28.33. Sixth from Mount Lebanon, Ethan Fuson, 29.83. And seventh from Bethel, Cameron Haney, 29.84. Event 12, boys 100 butterflies up next. Swimming for Bethel in lane 3, Zach Hope. Lane 4, Emin Anderson. And swimming for Mount Lebanon in lane 5, Andre Turtadescu. Lane 6, Ryan Frank. Lane 7, Everett Mead. And lane 8, Daniel Hartman. Boys are off. Down the pool first, just ahead of Emin Anderson for Bethel Park. It's Andre Turdescu. He looked strong in the medley earlier this evening. And he's going to be your leader at the 50, hugging that lane line a little bit. He's out 25-59. Ryan Frank was third, 27-46. Let's see. Daniel Hartman was fifth and Everett Mead sixth. Andre Tedeschi leads, not quite a body length at the 75. Ryan Frank in sixth, looks like he's closing in a little bit. But we're coming to the wall here. And at the wall, Andre touches 54-68. Emmett Anderson from Bethel second, 56-83. Mount Lebanon's Ryan Frank was third, 59 even. Finishing fourth from Bethel, it's Zach Hoppy, 106-80. Fifth is Daniel Hartman, 109-24. And finishing sixth from Mount Lebanon, Everett Mead, 113-40. All right, we've got a quick break here. Both teams get a chance to warm down a little bit, and then we'll be back with the second half of the girls' meet, starting with event 13, the girls 100 freestyle. So for everyone at home, if you wonder what goes on here during these breaks, I tried to catch this before when I noticed it getting started, but we have both the girls and the boys team, the girls on deck, the boys in the stands doing the Macarena right now. I can't quite fit both groups in the same shot, but great sign of team camaraderie here as they do the Macarena in between the first and second half of the meet. Okay, girls are behind the block for event 13. It's the girls 100-yard freestyle. Swimming for Bethel Park in lane 2, Louise McElveny. Lane 3, Steffi DiPramino. And lane 4, Sydney Edwards. Swimming for Mount Lebanon in lane 5, Vivian Roy. Lane 6, Mary Hoffman. Lane 7, Natalie Cox. And lane 8, Chloe Spicula. Girls are in the water. And again, riding a real strong start and breakout. That was Vivian Roy. We saw that in the 200 free earlier. Getting down the pool first. Just ahead of teammate Mary Hoffman. They're 1-2 after 25. It looked like Natalie Cox was third and Chloe was fourth at the 25. But we're approaching the 50. Vivian Roy's out first, 26:44. Just ahead of Mary Hoffman, 26:64. Third was Sydney Edwards, 28:55. Fourth, Natalie Cox, 28:58. Fifth, Chloe Spicula, 28:97. 3 laps done. Tight race between Mary Hoffman and Vivian Roy. They're in 5 and 6. At the flags, it looks like Mary Hoffman pulled ahead, and at the wall, she touches first, 54:81, just ahead of Vivian Roy, 55:10. Third, it's Natalie Cox, 58:98. Fourth, Sydney Edwards from Bethel, 59:62. Fifth, Chloe Spicula, 1:00:24. Sixth from Bethel Park, Stephanie DiPrampino, 1:07:68. And finishing seventh, it's Luke McElveny. She touches 1:20:26. Next event is event 15. It's event 500 freestyle. Swimming for Bethel in lane 2, Hannah McGee. Lane 3, Emily Moran. Lane 4, Sally Hathaway. Swimming for Mount Lebanon in lane 5, Ashley Barnett. Lane 6, Adrian Higgins. Lane 7, Gracie Heim. And lane 8, Rebecca Joswiak. We got scores after the first half of the meet. Mount Lebanon's boys and girls teams out the comfortable leads. The girls led 61-17, the boys 51-25. Whistle and girls are on the block. This is a 500 freestyle, 20 laps of the pool freestyle. And they're in the water.
Moving to Bethel Park, lane 2, Anna McGee. Lane 3, Emily Moran. Lane 4, Allie Hathaway.
First laps are finishing up.
Lane 5, Ashley Barnett. Lane 6, Adrian Higgins. Lane 7, Gracie Hine. Lane 8, Becca Johnson.
And at the first 50, it's going to be Ashley Barnett. She's out first, 28-73, just ahead of Sally Hathaway from Bethel and Adrian Higgins. First 100 finishing up here. Ashley Barnett's going to turn first. She's out 59-76. Sally Hathaway from Bethel turns second. 102.01. Adrian Higgins third. 103.91. Gracie Heim fourth. 104.80. Becca Joswiak fifth. 106.35. Bethel sixth was Hannah McGee. 110.10. And Emily Moran seventh. 112.34. Approaching the 150, Ashley Barnett well ahead of the field here. Gracie Heim starting to close and push Adrian Higgins there a little bit. We did see this last week, though, when Adrian swam the 500. She was definitely a second-half swimmer last week. We'll see if she can repeat that. But as we approach the 200 mark, Ashley Barnett got a lot of clear water between her and the second swimmer, Sally Hathaway. Ashley turns at the 200, 203.90. Sally Hathaway second, 209.65. Adrian Higgins, 213.81. Gracie Heim, 214.18. Rebecca Joswiak, 219.08. Those are all your 200 splits. Hannah McGee, 226.35, and Emily Moran, 230.28. Halfway now. Ashley Barnett, your leader. She's at the halfway point, 236.31. The Whitfield qualifying time in this event this year was dropped to a 5:15. Ashley's probably just off of that right now. She'd have to pick her pace up in the second half here. But it's a real strong swim right now for her. She's approaching the 300 mark. She's out 3:08.91. Almost a half length of the pool ahead of the second swimmer, Sally Hathaway from Bethel. Best race in the pool right now is for third and fourth. Adrian Higgins in sixth, Gracie Heim in seven. They made their halfway turns. Ashley Barnett continues to lead now. She's opened up almost an entire lap of the pool lead over the second swimmer, Sally Hathaway. And really closing ground on Sally right now is both Mount Lebanon's Adrian Higgins and Gracie Heim. They picked up almost a full second, that 50. See if they can catch her for second. Ashley Barnett, her 400 split. She's at a 4:14.83. She'll have to come back real hard this last 100. She needs to come back in under a 101. Sally Hathaway second. But Gracie Heim and Adrian Higgins continue to close ground on her. They're now less than 2 seconds back. But the whistle signifies our leaders at her last turn. That's Ashley Barnett. She's out 4:48.20. Second place swimmers approaching the wall now. It's currently Sally Hathaway, but Gracie Heim and Adrian Higgins charging hard still. Sally Hathaway turns 5:04.93. Gracie Heim third, 5:05.42, and Adrian Higgins fourth, 5:06.01. And at the wall, your winner is going to be Ashley Barnett, 5:20.18. Race for second, we got 3 girls. From here, I can't tell. We're approaching the flags. Gracie Heim and Sally Hathaway from Bethel, and at the wall, it's Sally Hathaway second, 5:37.23. Gracie Heim third, 5:37.25. Fourth was Adrian Higgins, 5:38.66. Fifth, it's going to be Rebecca Jozuak. She's finishing up in lane 8. She's going to touch the wall, 5:58.39. Last 2 swimmers to go, Hannah McGee and Emily Moran, now both on their last laps. Hannah McGee's going to get the wall in 6th, 6:20.05. And finishing 7th will be Emily. She'll finish up 6:28.57. Next event is event 17. It's girls 200-yard freestyle relay. Swimming for Bethel Park in lane 2, it's the team of Clouston, McKevney, Taylor, and to be determined. In lane 3, it's DiPremprio, McGee, Anderson, and Love. Swimming for Mount Lebanon in lane 6, Riebel, Hoffman, Rice, and Roy. In 7, Barnett, Reese, and Heim. And in 8, Chung, Tan, Rock, and Sheets. Ashley Barnett and Gracie Heim both pulling brutal doubles back-to-back, having just climbed out of the water for the 500. They'll be right back in it here in the 200 free relay. Whitfield qualifying time in this event is a 1:41 even. The girls were able to get the 200 medley cut earlier tonight. Let's see if they can do it again in the freestyle. They're in the water. First swimmers down the pool, that's Zoe Riebel in lane 6. Second swimmers on the blocks, that's Hoffman, Reese, and Tan. Girls off to a good start, 25.78 in lane 6, 28.30 in 7, and 28.71 in 8. First legs are 1, 2, 3. Third swimmers now up, Rice, Reese, and Rock. 51.31 is the halfway split for the Malaman team in 6. 55.07 in 7 and 57.44 in 8. Mount Lebanon still 1, 2, and 3. Fourth swimmers now on the block. We've got Roy, Heim, and Sheets. Again, Whitfield qualifying time is a 1:41. Girls look like they're just off of that pace. First 3 legs are done 1:16.77 in lane 6, 1:23.49 in 7, and 1:26.31 in 8. Mount Lebanon's going to win the 200 free. They're going to touch the wall. 1:41.56. Lane 7 finishing 152.33. Lane 8, 153.40. Bethel Park's team in lane 3 will finish 4th. 201.76. Event 19 is next. It's the girls' 100-yard backstroke. Swimming for Bethel Park in lane 2, Aaliyah Taylor. Lane 3, Barley Anderson. In lane 4, Emma Burke. Swimming for Mount Lebanon in lane 5, Hannah Morelli. Lane 6, Ellie Reinhardt. Lane 7, Natalie Cox. And lane 8, Emily Thomas. Whitfield qualifying time event in the 100 back this year is a 59.30. Last week, Hannah Morelli went 59.61. We'll see if she can add her name to the list of Mount Lebanon qualifiers tonight. Girls are in the water. 100-yard backstroke. Hannah Morelli's up in first as they make the turn. She was out in under 14 seconds. That's a fast opening 25. Hannah Morelli turns first at the 50. She's out 28.02. Ellie Reinhardt second, 31.04, just ahead of Bethel Park's Emma Burke, 31.36. Fourth, Natalie Cox, 32.37. Fifth, Emily Thomas, 34 even. And sixth, Barley Anderson, 36.09. Hannah Morelli's about halfway down her last lap. Again, we're looking something under 59.30. She's at the flags, and she's going to touch the wall. Blistering 57.94. Ellie Reinhardt second, 103.28. Emma Burke, 104.60, was in third for Bethel. And fourth, Mount Lebanon's Natalie Cox, 107.12. Fifth, Emily Thomas, 111.49. Sixth, Barley Anderson, 114.90. Leah Taylor from Bethel Park's finishing up. She's in lane 2. She's going to touch the wall. 149.43. We move to event 21, the girls' 100-yard breaststroke. Swimming for Bethel Park in lane 2, Luke McKelvey. Lane 3, Maddie Love. And lane 4, Grace Myers. Swimming for Mount Lebanon in 5, Meredith Reese. Lane 6, Marley Reese. Lane 7, Olivia Remko. And lane 8, Kalina Stottmeyer. Hundred-yard breaststroke is next. There's the whistle, and the girls are on the blocks. 100-yard breaststroke. Girls are in the water. And off the ports, it was a dead heat between the Reese sisters and Olivia Remko. All three came up even. But it looks like getting to the wall first may have been Marley Reese, just ahead of her sister Meredith and Olivia Remko. We'll see where they're at the 50. Tight race here in the middle pool. We got 4 swimmers tightly grouped together, but getting the wall first, it's Marley Reese, 32.5. Meredith Reese, 33.1. Olivia Remco was third, 33.75. And Grace Myers from Bethel, fourth, 33.99. Fifth was Kalina Stottmeyer, 36.93. Sixth, Maddie Love, 40.95. And seventh, Luke McKevney, 47.53. We're on the last lap. Still looks like Marley Reese has a slight lead over her sister Meredith. And in lane 3 or 4, that's Grace Myers from Bethel charging hard. But at the wall, it's Marley Reese, 108.94. She was just off the Whitfield qualifying time of 108.50. Meredith Reese was second, 110.20. Third from Bethel, Grace Myers, 111.34. Fourth, Olivia Remco, 112.17. Fifth, Kalina Stottmeyer, 118.40. Sixth, Maddie Love, 124.85. And let's see, finishing seventh, it's going to be Luke McKelvey. She touches 143.90. Last event for the girls tonight, it's events 23. Girls 400 freestyle relay. Swimming for Bethel Park in lane 2, the team of Deep Premprio, Clauston, Moran, and Love in 3. Hathaway, Edwards, Burke, and Myers. Swimming for Mount Lebanon in 6. Riebel, Hoffman, Roy, and Morelli. In 7, Rice, Snyder, Reese, and Higgins. And 8, Chung, Tan, Mooney, and Sheets. Whitfield qualifying time, 3:41.40. First swimmers are in the water. Looks like the first lap leader is Mount Lebanon Zoe Riebel in lane 7. Just ahead of teammate Lana Rice in 8 and Bethel Park's Sally Hathaway in 3. Mount Lebanon's team in 6, they're out. 26.50. Second, Mount Lebanon's team in 7, 28.08. Just ahead of Bethel Park's team in 3, 28.37. In 4, it's Mount Lebanon's team, 30.54. And in 5th, Bethel Park's team in lane 2, 32.62. Second swimmers are on the block. Mount Lebanon, that's Hoffman, Reese, and Tan. Mount Lebanon's team in 6 out, 56.10. In 6, lane 7, 59.20. And in lane 8, 104.06. Bethel Park's team in lane 3 slipped into second place there. They're out 58.71. That's Mary Hoffman in 6. 26.28 was her 50 split. Mount Lebanon 1, 3, and 4 still. Third swimmer's getting on the block now. Mount Lebanon's team in 6, 3 or 4 body lengths ahead. Third swimmers, Rice. I'm sorry, I looked at the wrong one. It is Roy, Reese, and Mooney. Mount Lebanon's team in 6, 151.96 is their halfway split. Team in 7 moved into second place, 158.27 ahead of Bethel Park's team in 3. They were 159.10. Mount Lebanon's team in 8 was in 4th, 206.62. Third swimmers now moving to their final lap. 4 swimmers getting on the block. Morelli, Higgins, and Sheets. And at the 300 mark, Mount Lebanon's team in 6 touches 2:49.31. They're going to need a 51.0 to make the Whitfield qualifying time. Team in lane 7, touch second, 2:56.65. Bethel Park's team in lane 3 was third, 3 minutes 94. Mount Lebanon's team in fourth, 3:08.42. Last swimmer is now halfway through. Bethel Park's team up in lane 2. They're on to their last swimmer. They're at 3:28.26 for the 300 split. Hannah Morelli's going to finish up. She's going to touch the wall. 3:46.08. Finishing first. Malaman's team in 7 finishes second. 3:53.93. Bethel Park's team in lane 3, they'll finish third. 4:01.33. Malaman's team in lane 8, they're going to finish fourth. 4:10.90. And Bethel Park's team up in lane 2, they're on their last lap. They're going to finish up here 4:33.56. We'll get a final score here shortly, but a congratulations tonight to our 3 Whipple qualifying times. The girls 200 medley relay, Adrian Higgins in the 100 fly, and Hannah Morelli in the 100 back. Boys are on their way down for their second half of the meet. We'll be starting with the boys 100 freestyle event 14. Girls are slowly clearing the deck tonight. Girls' next meet is next Tuesday night, February 9th, against WPIL Powerhouse North Allegheny. It's also Senior Rec Night, so please make sure you join us next week. Senior Rec next week will be following the diving competition, so approximately about 8 o'clock. And make sure you stick around tonight. The divers will follow the swimmers tonight, the boys, when they finish up. All right, the boys have finally found their way down to the deck, and they're starting to move on here. Give the lane assignments for the boys. Event 14, 100-yard freestyle. Swimming in lane 2 for Bethel Park, Cameron Hannay. Lane 3, Thomas Donahue. In lane 4, Nathan Stutzman. Swimming for Mount Lebanon in lane 5, Chase Stustovich. Lane 6, Kenneth Lee. Lane 7, Bill Stilley. And lane 8, Weston Chung. All right, just waiting for everyone to get into place here for the boys 100 freestyle.
Our next event, boys 100-yard freestyle.
There's a whistle. The boys are on the blocks. 4 laps of the pool freestyle. Tight start in the middle of the pool. Nathan Stutzman, who won the 50, and Chase Stustovich, they were neck and neck at the turn. Just ahead of Mount Lebanon's Ken Lee and Bill Stilley in 6 and 7. At the 50, it's Bethel Park's Nathan Stutzman pulling just ahead. He turns, he's out 24.69, just ahead of Chase Stustovich, 25.00. Third was Bill Stilley, 25.97. Ken Lee fourth, 26.52. Still tight as we hit that third turn. Nate Stutzman from Bethel and Chase Stustovich, Mount Lebanon, 1-2. Bethel swimmer had a little better turn. He opened up a little more of the lead. Chase trying to fight back at the wall. Nathan Stutzman, 51.75. Chase Stustovich second, 52.38. Third, Bill Stilley, 53.71. Fourth, Ken Lee, 55.68. Fifth, Bethel's Thomas Donani, 102.96. Sixth, Bethel's Cameron Hannay, 108.81. And seventh, Weston Chung, 110.08. Next event is event 16. It's the boys 500-yard freestyle. Swimming in lane 3 for Bethel Park, Caden Flanagan, and in lane 4, Lenny DiMartino. Swimming for Mount Lebanon in lane 5, Andrew Klepchik. Lane 6, Jacob Burton. Lane 7, Andre Turdascu. And lane 8, Caspian Riebel. Boys are off in the 500. First lap down the pool, it looks like it was Andrew Klepchik just ahead of Lenny DiMartino from Bethel in 4. And Andre Turdascu in 7. All 5 swimmers, though, closely bunched as we hit the 50. Andrew Klepchik turns first, 25.91, just ahead of Lenny DiMartino, 26.05. Andre Turdascu was third, 26.77. Jacob Burton fourth, 26.97. And Emmett Anderson in 3, 28.13. We're approaching the 100 here. Your leaders, Andrew Klepchik in 5, Lenny DiMartino in 4. They're out 54.76. Andrew Klepchik had about a 0.2 of a second lead over the Bethel Park swimmer at the first 100. Those two have pulled away from everybody. We're at the 150 here. Battling for third and fourth, it's Jacob Burton and Andre Turdascu in 6 and 7. We're approaching the 200 here. Andrew Klepchik and Lenny DiMartino, they're going to hit the wall 154.26. Jacob Burton turned third, 157.90. Andre Turdascu, 158.83. Looks like Bethel's Lenny DiMartino has moved slightly ahead of Andrew Klepchik as we approach the halfway spot. And they're going to turn 2:24.01. Lenny DiMartino is about 0.2 of a second ahead of Andre Klepchik. Jacob Burton turned third, 2:28.30. Andre Turdascu fourth, 2:30.68. Fifth, Emmett Anderson, 2:35.24. Race right now is first and second in the middle of the pool, lanes 4 and 5. Bethel's Lenny DiMartino, Mount Lebanon's Andrew Klepchik. This is the 300 turn. 2:53.94, your leader, Lenny DiMartino, 6/100ths ahead of Andrew Klepchik. Andrew had a really good turn that time. He looks like he came up and propped up the little lead there off that turn at the 300 mark. Not as noticeable down at the shallow end. Both swimmers looking long and smooth. Andrew Klepchik now head and shoulders ahead. He's going to turn first at the 400 mark, it looks like. He's out 3:53.51. Lenny DiMartino second, 3:54.01. Third, Jacob Burton, 4 minutes 48. Andre Turdascu is going to turn fourth, 4:06.06. Approaching the final 50 turn. Great race right now. Andrew Klepchik leading in lane 6, just ahead of Bethel's Lenny DiMartino, 4:22.75, 4:23.67. Last lap now. Andrew Klepchuk pulling away a little bit. He's at the flags. He's going to win the 400 free. I'm sorry, the 500 free. 4:50.87. Lenny DiMartino second, 4:52.37. Jacob Burton's going to be third. He gets under 5:00.26. Good swim, though. Andre Tardashian is going to finish fourth. 5:09.39. And fifth, it's going to be Bethel's Emin Anderson, 5:15.27. Next event is event 18. It's the boys 200 freestyle relay. Swimming for Bethel Park in lane 3, Luke Myers. I'm sorry, the team of Myers, Hope, Flanagan, and DiMartino. Swimming for Mount Lebanon in lane 6, Lee, Matros, Burton, and Dustovich. In 7, Ziedler, Fuson, Mead, and DeWitt. And in 8, Rebels, Nim, Famoso, and Chung. Andrew was just off the Whitfield qualifying time this year in the 500. It's 4:49. It was a really good swim for him, his best swim of the year by far. Relays are on the block. Each swimmer swims 2 laps of the pool freestyle. And looks like Mount Lebanon's team in 6, just slightly ahead of Bethel's team in 3, and the Mount Lebanon team in 7. Second swimmers on the block now. For Mount Lebanon, it's Matros, Fuson, and Nim. Mount Lebanon's team in 6 out 24.95. Bethel's team in 3, 25.20. Mount Lebanon in 7, 26.06. And Mount Lebanon in 8, 27.13. Third swimmers now, Burton, Mead, and Famoso. Jake Burton with a tough double, back-to-back 500 and 200 free relay. Mount Lebanon's team in 6th, leader at the halfway point, 49.01. Bethel in lane 3 was second, 50.75. Lane 7, Mount Lebanon's team, 55.13, and Mount Lebanon's team in lane 8, 55.93. Final swimmers now, Dustovich, DeWitt, and Chung. Team in lane 6 out, 113.78. Bethel Park in lane 3, 117.81. Mount Lebanon in lane 7, 121.80, and team in lane 8, 122.24. Mount Lebanon's at the wall here. They touch first, 137.27. Bethel Park will finish second, 141.46. Mount Lebanon in lane 7 will finish third, 148.19, and Mount Lebanon's team in lane 8 touches 154.14. Next event is event 20. It's the boys 100-yard backstroke. Swimming for Mount Lebanon swimming for Bethel Park in lane 2, Jack Paxton. Lane 3, Zach Hopi. Lane 4, Dom Cortopassi. Swimming for Mount Lebanon in lane 5, Andrew Capetta. Lane 6, Andrew Murray. Lane 7, Matthew Klepchuk. And in lane 8, Ryan Frank. There's the whistle. Boys are in the water. 100-yard backstroke.
Swimming for Bethel Park in lane 2, Jack Paxton.
Leader off the starts, Bethel Park's Dom Cortopassi. He's ahead of Matthew Klepchik and Andrew Capetta at the first turn.
Lane 5, Andrew Capetta. Lane 6, Andrew Murray. Lane 7, Matthew Klepchik.
Dom Cortopassi about a full body length ahead of everyone else. He's going to turn first. He's out 25.96. Second, Andrew Capetta, 28.44. Third, Andrew Klepchik, 28.55. Fourth, Andrew Murray, 30.37. Fifth, Ryan Frank, 31.01. Sixth, Zach Hope, 34.28. And seventh, Jack Paxton, 40.09. Races for second right now. Matthew Klepchik and Andrew Capetta battling it out. Dom Cortopassi's at the flags. He's going to win this event for Bethel, 52.96. Touching second is Matthew Klepchik, 59.22. Third, Andrew Klepchik, 59.31. Fourth, Andrew Murray, 101.82. Fifth, Ryan Frank, 103.14. Sixth, Zach Hope, 111.32. And finishing seventh is going to be Jack Paxton. He touches
Congratulations to Bethel Park's Dom Cortopassi.
121.90, and yes, Dom Cortopassi qualifies for WPIL in the 100 back with his 52.96. Next event is event 22, boys 100-yard breaststroke. Swimming for Bethel Park in lane 3, Thomas Donani. Lane 4, Luke Myers. Swimming for Mount Lebanon in lane 5, Connor Frank. Lane 6, Christian Connell. Lane 7, Schaefer Beck. And in lane 8, Michael Famoso. There's the whistle. The boys are on the block for the 100-yard breaststroke. Boys are off.
Swimming for Bethel Park, lane 3, Thomas Donaghy.
And on the plot, it looks like Connor Frank in lane 5 from Mount Lebanon had a slight lead over Christian Connell. They touch 1-2 along with Bethel Park's Luke Myers.
Schaefer Beck, lane 8, Michael Famoso.
We're approaching the 50. And it looks like Connor Frank is going to get the wall first. He touches 29.95. Second, Christian Connell, 30.28. Third, Bethel Park, Luke Myers, 30.73. Baker Schaefer Beck with Mount Lebanon, 32.42. And Thomas Donani, fifth from Mount Lebanon, 36.90. Last leg now. Connor Frank pulling away from everyone. Christian Connell looks like he's in second. The race is there with him and Luke Myers from Bethel Park. At the wall, Connor's going to touch first. 103.29. Christian Connell second, 104.41. Luke Myers third, 105.87. Fourth, Schaefer Beck, 107.99. And finishing in fifth, it's going to be Thomas Donani from Bethel Park, 118.93. Last event tonight for the boys. Event 24, boys 400 freestyle relay. Swimming for Bethel Park in lane 2, the team of Hopi, Hanahay, Donani, and Flanagan. Swimming in lane 3, Stutzman, Anderson, Cortopassi, and DiMartino. Swimming for Mount Lebanon in 6, Klepchik, Tardascu, Capetta, and Frank. 7, Burton, Frank, Stilley, and Matros. And in 8, DeWitt, Nim, Ziedler, and Chung. Boys are in the water, 400 freestyle relay. Off the start, that's Bethel's Nathan Stutzman down the pool first on that first lap. Bethel's team in lane 3, they turn first, 24.63. Mount Lebanon's team in 5 was second, 25.15. Mount Lebanon's team in 7, 26.63, and in 8, 29.86. Second swimmers now getting on the block. Tredascu, Frank, and Nim. Bethel is going to touch first. They were out in a 51.86. I'm sorry, 51.66, just ahead of Mount Lebanon in lane 5, 51.80. Mount Lebanon's team in 7, 55.55. And the team in lane 8, 104.14. Bethel Park's team in lane 3, they're pulling away from Mount Lebanon here a little bit on this second leg. They're going to have a comfortable lead as we move to the third swimmers from Mount Lebanon. It's Capetta, Stilley, and Ziedler. Bethel Park touches first, 141.82. Mount Lebanon second, 144.03. Lane 7, 151.53. They're in third. Halfway through the third leg, Bethel Park continues to lead. Mount Lebanon's team in lane 8 finishes the 200 leg at 209.53. They're in fifth, just behind Bethel's team in 2, 207.34. Fourth swimmers on the block now. For Mount Lebanon, it's going to be Frank, Matros, and Chung. Bethel's going to have a pretty big lead going into this last 100. They're touched 232.67. Mount Lebanon second, 234.81. Third, it's going to be Mount Lebanon's team in lane 7. They finished 3 legs, 247.66. Mount Lebanon's team in lane 8 looks like they've moved into 4th place. They're going to be in the water now after 3 with 307.73. Bethel's team in lane 3, they're on their last lap. Mount Lebanon joins them now. And Bethel Park's going to win the 400 freestyle. They're going to touch first. 3:23.04. Mount Lebanon finishes second in lane 6, 3:27.64. Mount Lebanon's going to finish third in lane 7, 3:42.03. 2 teams finishing up, Bethel in 2, Mount Lebanon in 8. Bethel's team in lane 2's moved into 4th place. 25 to go now. And Bethel's team up in lane 2, they're going to finish 4th, 4:14.15. And Mount Lebanon's team in lane 8 touches 4:17.99. That'll wrap up the swimming portion of tonight's competition. Diving will start in about a half hour, probably about 10 minutes after 7 or so. So please stick around or come back for that. We'll be doing the diving live. And don't forget, next Tuesday night, February 9th, Mount Lebanon hosts NA here. It's Senior Rec night, so please make plans on joining us. Senior Rec will start next Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. Okay, diving warm-up is over. The judges are going to get in position, and the divers are going to start tonight here in just a few minutes. We got a score update after the swimming competition completion. Malaman girls lead 95 to 67, and the boys 90 to 70.
Welcome to the 1-meter springboard diving portion of today's competition. Our first diver, representing Bethel Park, Abby Deal. Abby's
First dive tonight is Bethel Park's Abby Deal. She's doing a 5-1-2-2-D forward, 1 somersault, 1 twist in the free position. Degree of difficulty 1.9. Judges' scores for Abby's first dive: 3.5, 4, and 5. Dive score of 22.50. Our next diver is Alexa Young from Mount Lebanon. Her first dive is a 5-1-2-1-D forward, 1 somersault, 1 twist in the free position. Degree of difficulty 1.7. Judges' scores for Alexa's first dive: 5, 5, and 5.5. Dive score of 26.35. Our third diver tonight is Olivia Masson from Bethel Park. Her first dive is a 5-2-2-2-D, back, 1 somersault, 1 twist in the free position. Degree of difficulty 1.8. Scores for Olivia's first dive: 4, 4.5, and 4.5. Dive score of 23.40. Our fourth diver tonight from Bethel Park is Sophia Coda. Her first dive is a 5-2-2-1-D, back, flip with a half twist in the free position, 1.7. Judges' scores for Sophia's first dive: 4.5, 4, and 4. Judges' score of 21.25. Moving to the boys, our fifth diver is Jasper Harter Hughes. His first dive is a 5-1-2-D, forward, 1 somersault, 1 twist in the free position. Degree of difficulty 1.8. Still waiting on the judges' scores. Looks like they're having some technical difficulty with one of the scores. And there they are, 5.5, 4, and 5.5. Dive score of 25.20. Next diver is Liam Smith from Mount Lebanon. His first dive is a 5-1-2-2D, forward, one somersault, one twist in the free position, degree of difficulty 1.8. Judges score for Liam first dive 5, 4, and 5. Dive total of 25.20. Our seventh diver tonight is Jake Zeminski from Bethel Park. Jake's first dive is a 5-2-2-1D, back, one somersault, half twist in the free position, degree of difficulty 1.7. Judges scores for Jake's first dive 3.5, 4, and 4.5 for a dive total of 20.40. Next up is Peyton Matlick from Mount Lebanon. His first dive is a 5-2-2-2D, back, one somersault, one twist, degree of difficulty 1.8. Judges scores for Peyton's first dive 4, 4, and 4. Dive score of 21.60. Our final diver in the first round is Cody Hayden Brondo from Bethel Park. His first dive is a 5-1-2-2D, forward, one somersault, one twist in the free position, degree of difficulty 1.8. Judges scores for Cody's first dive 3, 3.5, and 2. Dive total 15.30. Beginning the second round of diving is Abby from Bethel Park. Her second dive is a 103B, forward, 1.5 somersault in the pike position, degree of difficulty 1.7. Judges scores for Abby's second dive 5, 5.5, and 6. Dive score of 28.05. Her two-round total 50.55. Alexa's second dive tonight is a 102B, forward, one somersault in the pike position, degree of difficulty 1.5. Judges scores for Alexa's second dive 4.5, 5.5, 5.5. Dive total of 23.25. Her two-round total 49.60. Olivia's second dive is a 202A, back, one somersault in the straight position, degree of difficulty 1.7. Judges scores for Olivia's second dive. Five and a half, and 5. Dive score of 27.20. Her 2-round total, 50.60. Sophia's second dive tonight is a 202A back 1 somersault in the straight position, degree of difficulty 1.7. Judges scores for Sophia's second dive. Still having some technical difficulty tonight with the scoring system. There they are, 5, 5.5, and 5.5 for a dive total of 27.20. 2-round total, 48.45. Jasper's second dive tonight is a 302C reverse 1 somersault in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.6. Judges scores 5, 5, and 5 for a dive total of 24. His 2-round total 49.20. Liam's second dive tonight is a 5.222D back 1 somersault, 1 twist in the free position, degree of difficulty 1.9. Judges scores 5, 2.5, 2, and 1.5. Dive total of 11.40. His 2-round total 36.60. Jake's second dive tonight is a 5.122D forward 1 somersault, 1 twist in the free position, degree of difficulty 1.9. Scores for Jake's second dive. 1.5, 3.5, and 2. Dive total of 13.30. His 2-round total, 33.70. Peyton's second dive tonight is a 5.223D back 1 somersault, 1.5 twist. Degree of difficulty 2.3. Judges scores for Peyton's second dive, 5, 4.5, and 5 for a dive total of 33.35. His 2-round total, 54.95. Final diver in the second round is Cody. His second dive is 5222D, back 1 somersault, 1 twist in the free position, degree of difficulty 1.9. Judges' scores for Cody's second dive. Four, 2.5, and 2 for a dive total of 16.15. His 2-round total, 31.45. We move to the third round with Abby's third dive, a 104C forward, 2 somersaults in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 2.2. Judges' scores for Abby's third dive tonight. 5, 4.5, and 4.5. Dive total of 30.80. Her 3-round total, 81.35. Up next is Alexa with her third dive, a 103C forward, 1.5 somersaults in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.6. Judges' scores for Alexa's third dive tonight. 5, 5, and 4.5. Her dive score of 23.20. Her 3-round total, 72.80. Olivia's next with her third dive, a 401C inward dive in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.4. Judges' scores for Olivia's third dive. 4, 4, and 4.5. Dive score of 17.50. Her 3-round total, 68.10. Sophia's third dive tonight is a 401C inward dive in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.4. Judges' scores for Sophia's third dive. 2, 2, and 2. Dive score of 8.40. Her 3-round total, 56.85. Jasper's third dive is a 103C forward, 1.5 somersault in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.6. Judges' scores for Jasper's third dive. 2, 3.5, and 4.5. Dive score of 16. 3-round total 65.20. Liam's up next with his third dive. It's a 103C forward, 1.5 somersault in the tuck position. Degree of difficulty 1.7. And the judges' scores for Liam's third dive. 5, 5, and 4.5. Dive score of 24.65. His 3-round total, 61.25. Up next is Jake from Bethel Park. He's doing a 103C forward, 1.5 somersault in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.6. Judges' scores for Jake's third dive. 4.5, 4, and 4. Dive score of 20. His 3-round total, 53.70. Peyton is up next with his third dive. It is a 202A back 1 somersault in the straight position, degree of difficulty 1.7. Judges' scores for Peyton's third dive. 5, 5.5, and 5.5. Dive score of 27.20. His 3-round total, 82.15. Cody is the final diver in the third round. His dive is a 401C, inward dive in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.4. Judges' scores for Cody's third dive. 6, 5.5, and 5.5. Dive score of 23.80. His 3-round total, 55.25. Abby begins the 4th round of diving with a 402C inward dive, 1 somersault in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.6.
Abby's fourth dive. Dive number 402C. Inward dive with 1 somersault in the tuck position. Degree of difficulty 1.6.
Judges' scores for Abby's 4th dive. Still waiting here. Still waiting on those judges' scores. Looks like we're having some more technical difficulties down there. Looks like we have a dead scoring pad. They're getting it plugged in. And there they are, 5.5, 4.5, and 5 for a dive score of 24. Abby's 4-round total was 105.35. That brings us to Alexa's fourth dive, a 302C reverse, one somersault in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.6. Judges scores for Alexa's fourth dive, 5.5, 5, and 5. Dive score of 24.80. Her 4-round total, 97.60. Olivia's fourth dive tonight is a 301C reverse dive in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.6. Judges scores for Olivia's fourth dive, 6, 4.5, and 5. Dive score of 24.80. Her 4-round total, 92.90. Sophia's fourth dive tonight, a 301C reverse dive in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.6. Judges scores for Sophia's fourth dive, 4, 5, and 4.5. Dive score of 21.60. 4-round total, 78.45. Jasper begins the boys' fourth round with a 104C forward, 2 somersaults in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 2.2. Judges scores for Jasper's fourth dive, 4.5, 5.5, and 5. Dive score of 33. 4-round total of. Liam's fourth dive tonight is a 202A back, 1 somersault in the straight position, degree of difficulty 1.7. Judges scores for Liam's fourth dive, 4, 5, and 4.5. Dive score of 22.95. His 4-round total, 84.20. Jake's fourth dive is a 104C forward, 2 somersaults in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 2.2. Judges scores for Jake's fourth dive, 3, 3, and 3.5. Dive score of 20.990. His 4-round total, 74.60. That brings us to Peyton in his fourth dive, a 302C reverse, 1 somersault in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.6. Judges scores for Peyton's fourth dive, 5, 6, and 5. Dive score of 25.60. His 4-round total, 107.75. Cody's fourth dive tonight is a 301C reverse dive in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.6. Scores for Cody's fourth dive: 4, 3, and 3.5. Dive score of 16.80. 4-round total 72.05. Abby begins the fifth round with a 202A back dive, 1 somersault in the straight position, degree of difficulty 1.7. Judges' scores for Abby's fifth dive: 4, 6, and 5. Dive score of 25.50. A 5-round total of 130.85. Alexa's fifth dive is a 402C inward, 1 somersault in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.6. Judges' scores for Alexa's fifth dive: 4, 4.5, and 4. Dive total of 20. 5-round total of 117.60. Olivia's fifth dive is a 101A forward dive in the straight position, degree of difficulty 1.4. Judges' scores for Olivia's fifth dive: 2.5, 4.5, 4.5. Dive score of 16.10. 5-round total of 109. Sophia's fifth dive is a 101A forward dive in the straight position, degree of difficulty 1.4. Judges' scores for Sophia's fifth dive: 2, 4.5, and 4. Dive score of 14.70. 5-round total of 93.15. Jasper's fifth dive is a 403C inward, 1.5 somersault in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 2.2. Judges' scores for Jasper's fifth dive: 3, 2.5, 3.5. Dive score of 19.80. A 5-round total of 118. Liam's fifth dive is a 302C reverse, 1 somersault in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.6. Judges' scores for Liam's fifth dive: 2.5, Having some more technical difficulties here. And scores for Liam's dive 5.5, 5.5, and 6. Dive score of 27.20. 5-round total 111.40. Jake's fifth dive is a 403C inward 1.5 somersault in the tuck position. Degree of difficulty 2.2. Judges' scores for Jake's fifth dive. Three and a half, 4.5, and 2.5. Dive score of 23.10. A 5-round total of 97.70. Peyton is up next with his fifth dive, a 103C forward 1.5 in the tuck position. Degree of difficulty 1.6. Judges' scores for Peyton's fifth dive. 3.5, 4, and 4. A dive score of 18.40. A 5-round total of 126.15. Cody concludes the fifth round with a 103C forward 1.5 somersault in the tuck position. Degree of difficulty 1.6. Scores for Cody's fifth dive. 4.5, 5, and 4.5. Dive score of 22.40. 5-round total of 94.45. Abby begins the final round of diving tonight with a 5-2-2-1D back 1 somersault, half a twist in the free position. Degree of difficulty 1.7. Judges' scores for Abby's final dive. 5, 4, and 4 for a dive score of 22.10. Her total score tonight, 152.95. Alexa's final dive tonight is a 202A back 1 somersault in the straight position. Degree of difficulty 1.7. Judges' scores for Alexa's final dive. 2, 2, and 2. A dive score of 10.20. Her total score tonight, 127.80. Olivia's final dive tonight is a 103C forward 1.5 somersault in the tuck position. Degree of difficulty 1.6. Judges' scores for Olivia's final dive. 4.5, 4, and 4.5. A dive score of 20.80. Her final score tonight, 129.80. Sophia's sixth dive is a 103C forward 1.5 somersault in the tuck position. Degree of difficulty 1.6. Judges' scores for Sophia's final dive. 3, 4, and 4. A dive score 17.60. Sophia's final score tonight 110.75. Jasper's sixth and final dive is a 202A, back one somersault in the straight position, degree of difficulty 1.7. Judges' scores for Jasper's final dive. Five, 5, and 6. A dive score of 27.20 for a final score tonight of 145.20. Liam's final dive tonight, a 401B inward dive in the pike position, degree of difficulty 1.5. Judges' scores for Liam's final dive. 6, 5.5, and 6. A dive score of 26.25. His 6-round total, 137.65. Up next is Jake with a 202A, back one somersault in the straight position, degree of difficulty 1.7. Judges' scores for Jake's final dive. 2, 3.5, and 2.5. A dive score of 13.60. His total score tonight, 111.30. Peyton's sixth and final dive is a 104C forward, 2 somersaults in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 2.2. Judges' scores for Peyton's final dive. 5, 4.5, and 4.5 for a dive score of 30.80 and a final score tonight of 156.95. Cody's final dive tonight, a 104C forward, 2 somersault in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 2.2. Judges' scores for Cody's final dive. 4.5, 5, and 4. A dive score of 29.70. His final score tonight, 124.15. That concludes tonight's meet with Bethel Park. We'll be back next Tuesday night, the 9th, when Mount Lebanon hosts the Tigers from North Allegheny, and it's senior rec.